So how do you do that? And obviously, we're going to give them enough to get excited about learning more from you. How do you do that in such a way, I don't know if elegant is the word, where they don't feel attacked, where they feel like let's say it's a conversation. You gave the example of punctuality. So let's say you have someone who is regularly late,
Yeah.
and you've brought it up multiple times, and it still isn't turning into showing up on time. And you don't want to fire a person over it. You don't want to, I don't, disciplinary action. How do you get someone to go, I don't know, how do I get the underlying motivation of, oh my God, I guess I should actually show up on time?
Yeah, great question. So I have a 4-step blueprint that makes it way easier to have conversations like this. And if you like, we can give listeners, they can download
That
it
would
at
be
the website.
amazing. Selfishly, I want it for myself, but yes, our
Yeah,
listeners should get it too.
it's awesome. There's a worksheet so you can prep before and get yourself ready. Like, what am I hoping to gain out of this? What am
Yes.
I afraid might happen? And you get to preempt a lot. Do I have a request? That I'm not just dumping it on someone, but I'm actually asking for something here. So you do the worksheet, and then I'll take you quickly through the 4 steps, and we'll use this as an example. Someone's late and you want to hold them accountable. Step 1, you ask permission to have the conversation. Don't just launch into attacking them. Say, hey, can we talk for a few minutes about something that's been bugging me? And this is where you slip in your hope from the worksheet. My hope is that we'll work together better as a team. Or my hope is that I can stop worrying about this and just focus better on my work, whatever it is. But you get permission. Now might not be a good time for them to talk about it. But usually people will say yes. You give them a reason to say yes. And then step 2, you might share your fear or concern. This is an optional step. And it might be something like, I hesitate to bring it up because it's not a huge thing, and I don't want to make you defensive. But I think it's worth it because I think it could make a difference to how we work as a team. And then step 3, you share the issue. Now, with this one, this is a good one because someone's late. So here's how not to do it. You're constantly late. You're late every time. And you're messing up the operation of the team, right? I'm making universal statements here, and that's arguable. And so you can start getting into argument and feel attacked. Better to focus on I statements using ownership language. So I might share the impact it has. When you're late, let's say 2 minutes or 5 minutes, I feel disempowered. And I start wondering if other people are going to start coming late. And that's 5 minutes of my time out of the day that's gone. And I think it would send a much stronger message to our team if all of us are right on time. And my request is that you be on time for every meeting for the next 30 days, and we see how it goes. I'm making this up off the top of my head.
It's beautiful.
Great. Step
You've obviously
4,
done it before.
I've had a lot of practice. Step 4 is where you get curious, because we don't want to have tough monologues. We want to have tough conversations. So this is where we open up to our grandfather's world. Like, what's it like for him? We open up to our bully's world. This is where I might say something like, I'm curious, how is it to hear that for you? I know if it was me, I might feel a little bit defensive. How is it to hear that? And what do you think? Do you have a better idea or another way we could do it? I'd really like to know what you think. And then you shut up and you listen. This is where you get relational. You might even negotiate. They might have something better than you'd ever even thought of. How's that?
That is absolutely beautiful. And you've got my interest. I'm sure you have our listeners as well. You mentioned where we could go to consume more of these resources from you. Where can we send our folks, and what are they going to find when they get there?
Great. Go to playforreal.life, playforreal.life. And 3 things I'd invite you to do. 1, you can download this 4-step blueprint for free. Just put in your email address. Secondly, my podcast is now live. I'm following in Seth's footsteps. And if you'd like to listen to me as well as Seth, it's called Tough Conversations with David Wood, and you can subscribe at the website. And the third thing is, if something resonates with you in this interview and you'd like to see if you qualify for a free discovery session with me to create a plan for your life and career, go and see if you qualify. And if you do, I won't charge you for that. It's how I find the right people to work with long term. Again, that's playforreal.life.
All right. That is it. It's been incredible. Even if none of our 150,000 listeners listens to this, and I'm the only one, it was worth it to me. I am sure they will listen. Absolutely incredible episode. I feel like I got a free session. So send me a bill for that. And we'll send everybody go to playforreal.life and make sure you take advantage of those amazing offers. David, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure, man. This is one of my most fun interviews yet. Thank you.
Wow. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks everybody for watching or listening, and we'll talk to you next time.